Ashekian wanted to see the world. The 30-year-old's life goal was to travel to 30 countries by her 31st birthday. She kept a list of countries she traveled to. She had already seen most of Canada. Then she had explored Europe for 3 months. Ani spent the summer of 2008 in South America. When she would go on her journeys, Ani would be missed by her 2 sisters, Rosie and Sosie. Ani is the middle sister. She is both a rebellious younger sister and a wise older sister.
She would do anything for both myself or my younger sister and my daughters. I have 3 daughters, and she loves them to death. And she would do anything for us. She just fits in. There's the 3 of us, and we're best friends. And she is my best friend, and I miss her.
I look up to her. She's got no fear. She's not afraid to do anything. Not afraid to follow her dream. Not afraid to do anything. She's somebody that you could definitely look up to.
Ani had just returned from Costa Rica before she set off for China on October 24th, 2008.
The last time I talked to her was before she left. I talked to her the day before she left, and just to say, see ya, I love you, have a safe trip, be careful. All that warm stuff you would say to somebody before they went on a trip, right? She text messaged me on the 10th of November to say happy birthday to her niece. And I sent her one back. I don't know if she got it, because, you know, she's halfway across the world. So I sent her one back telling her that I'll send the message. I love her, be safe, miss you. It's the last time.
Ani traveled around China before heading to Hong Kong on November 9th.
I kind of got an eerie feeling towards the end of November. We hadn't heard from her.
It just something seemed odd. It's not like her not to contact us. I mean, while she was there, while she was traveling, she contacted my mom, she sent us an email. She always keeps in touch. No matter where she's ever gone, she's always kept in touch with us, always. So it was about a 2-week point, and we started to kind of get a little bit concerned, but we said, you know what? Grace is my other daughter, and her birthday was December 1st. We said, if we don't hear anything by then, we know something's wrong. We gave it, I think it was 1 or 2 days after her birthday, and that's when we contacted the authorities. We contacted the police, we contacted Foreign Affairs, we contacted the Canadian consulate in Hong Kong, anybody and everybody that we could. We didn't know where to start, so anything we could do, we just made phone calls, and that's where we went with. We had to wait till December 15th because that's when she was supposed to come back. Her return flight was December 15th, so they didn't really want to do anything up until that date.
On December 15th, Ani's flight returned home, but she wasn't on it.
We knew. We knew. We had a feeling that she wasn't on that plane. We knew. We knew.
That's when the police began to take it seriously.
We didn't know what to do, we didn't know who to contact, and we didn't know what kind of response we should be expecting, because, I mean, you don't want anybody to go through what we've been going through. It's just not an ordeal you think that would happen to anyone close to you. And so we didn't know what to expect. So, but other than, they've been really good. They've been really supportive. We keep in touch with the Hong Kong police pretty much daily. Toronto police, I've got a gentleman that I deal with here. Pretty much on a weekly basis, we keep in touch. So they've been pretty good. I mean, it's just where do you go from here?
Coming up.
A gentleman called and he said, I think I saw your sister. I said, call the police, like, do whatever you have to do. Just go and get her, go find her, just go get her.
On December 15th, 30-year-old Ani Ashekian was supposed to be on a flight to Toronto from New Delhi. The avid traveler was coming home in time for the holidays after exploring Asia, China, Vietnam, Cambodia, ending her trip with a yoga retreat in India. Ani was not on the plane. Ani's boyfriend, Wendell Walsh, flew to Hong Kong over Christmas to look for her and spread the word about her disappearance. He got the media's attention and made the public aware. Wendell brought together a group of volunteers through a Facebook group called Missing Ani Ashekian to hit the streets with him and hand out flyers. When he returned to Canada, her younger sister Sosie went overseas to continue the search. She met with the Canadian consulate and the Hong Kong police. A private investigator is also trying to find Ani, and the volunteers took up Wendell's search. In the meantime, back in Toronto, the lease on Ani's apartment was up, and her family was faced with the task of cleaning out her home. At the same time, one of the volunteers thought he had seen Ani.
When we were packing up Ani's apartment, a gentleman called and he said, "I think I saw your sister." I said, "Call the police, like do whatever you have to do. Just go and get her, go find her, just go get her," kind of thing. But it was a Canadian student, didn't have her passport. Same thing, kind of. Her name was Emily Ani, so he was kind of. It was a genuine kind of individual that thought, hey, it could have been Ani. So. But it was nice to know that people are actually looking and making the effort to contact whoever. Like he called me from Hong Kong. You know what I mean? He called Canada, so it was nice. It was nice to know that people actually are doing something over there and are aware of the situation too.
Although people reported sightings of Ani when she first went missing, none of them turned out to be Ani. Over 4 months later, the sightings have stopped. Ani is 5'4" and 120 pounds with an athletic build and long brown hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and carrying a blue and black backpack. The last confirmed sighting of Ani was on November 10th when she was spotted on security camera footage withdrawing money from an ATM twice just after midnight. The withdrawals, made minutes apart, totaled almost $500 Canadian, 3,000 in Hong Kong dollars. There have been no transactions since. Police have not released the footage to the public. Her family are the only ones who have seen it.
She was fine. She took out her money and she's sitting there tapping her foot and she didn't seem distressed to me at all. I didn't get that eerie feeling that something was wrong with her. You know, she took out her money and then she realized she probably needed more money, so she took out more money and she put it in her pouch and she had her book in her backpack with her and she was off. Just nothing about her, it didn't seem fishy to me at all.
The Ashekian family has put together a $31,500 reward. A resident of Hong Kong, who used to be a solo traveler like Ani, doubled the reward. In March, the sisters returned to Toronto, the city where their sister had lived after moving from their hometown of Windsor, to hold a fundraiser for her and raise money for Sosie to return to Hong Kong to find their sister and bring her home. Ani's sisters have set up a website, findani.com. They don't know what could have happened to her.
I just don't like to think about what could have happened or what has happened to her. I just want to find her. That's all I want to do, is find her. I don't know. I just don't know. I know something happened. I just have just an eerie feeling that something happened that night, like November 11th.
I've thought of the good, I've thought of the bad, I've thought of everything possible. I don't know. I don't know, you know, and you hear this and you hear this and, you know, you have to take everything with a grain of salt, but it's hard. I have all the hope in the world, and I'm not gonna let that hope go until I hear something. I won't. I will not give up hope.
If you have any information about this case, call Crime Stoppers toll-free at 1-800-222-TIPS. Online at www.222tips.com.